You feel yourself being gently cradled in a warm and loving embrace, as if wrapped in soft silk that moves with the rhythm of your breath. A presence surrounds you with infinite patience and understanding. This is a space where time moves like honey warmed by sunlight, where every heartbeat echoes in perfect harmony with the universe. You are completely safe here, beneath the surface of ordinary awareness, protected by layers of gentle energy that filter out all disturbance, like descending through clear water that grows warmer with each moment. Your body begins to recognize this sanctuary as its true home. Muscles that have held tension for years now soften and release. Imagine golden threads of light weaving around your shoulders. Each thread carries whispers of ancient peace and deep rest. They settle into your skin like morning dew on petals, cool at first touch, then warming as they absorb into your being. This golden light knows exactly what you need to heal. You are not alone in this journey toward complete relaxation. Invisible hands guide you deeper into states of perfect calm. Hands that have helped countless souls find their center. Hands that understand the weight of accumulated stress and know how to lift it away with infinite gentleness. Breathe in and feel the warmth spreading through your chest. Let it fill the spaces between your ribs like liquid sunshine. Your lungs expand slowly, as if filling with healing mist. Each breath brings you closer to the heart of tranquility. Exhale and watch tension dissolve like sugar in warm tea. Now allow yourself to sink deeper into this protective cocoon. Feel the boundary between self and environment becoming softer. Like waves meeting sand, they blend together seamlessly. There is no need to hold anything back anymore. Release control and trust in the wisdom of your body. You are being guided by frequencies that resonate with healing. Vibrations that have been used for centuries to restore balance. These sacred sounds work below the level of conscious thought, tuning your nervous system to rhythms of deep peace. At 432 hertz, your cells remember their original harmony. The water around you pulses with gentle amber light. Each ripple carries messages of renewal and restoration. Watch as bubbles rise in perfect spirals toward the surface, They catch the light and scatter rainbows across your skin. Each bubble represents a worry or concern floating away. The cavern walls shimmer with translucent coral formations. Veins of golden light pulse through them like living pathways. These paths lead to chambers of pure serenity within, where ancient wisdom has been preserved in crystal silence. The water itself becomes a medium for healing sound. Every molecule vibrates at the frequency of compassion. Currents carry whispered melodies that soothe the soul. Notes that seem to come from the depths of ocean memory. Songs that remind you of safety and unconditional love. These harmonies wash over you like gentle tidal waves. Your mind begins to quiet as thoughts slow their racing pace. Like leaves settling on still water, they drift away peacefully. There is no pressure to think or analyze anything here. Just the simple joy of being completely present. Allow yourself to become one with the flowing currents. Feel how effortlessly you move through this liquid sanctuary, buoyed by waters that remember every soul who has passed through, carried by tides that have witnessed countless transformations, supported by depths that hold infinite possibilities for healing. The amber light grows brighter as you surrender more deeply. Warmth spreads from your core outward to every extremity. Like sunlight penetrating morning mist, everything becomes clear. Your heartbeat slows to match the rhythm of the cavern. A steady drumbeat that speaks of eternal peace. Blood flows through your vessels like honey through golden pipes. Each cell receives exactly what it needs to regenerate. Nourishment that comes not just from physical substances, but from the very essence of loving intention itself. Your nervous system releases patterns of chronic alertness, switching instead to frequencies of deep rest and recovery. The coral walls seem to breathe with your own respiration. Their pulsing lights synchronize with your inner rhythms, creating a symphony of mutual understanding and support. This is not just a place, but a state of being, where relaxation becomes as natural as drawing breath. Golden threads continue weaving themselves through your aura, creating a tapestry of protection and energetic alignment. Each thread connects you to sources of infinite healing power. drawing strength from the earth and wisdom from the stars. The water holds you like a mother holds her child, with perfect attunement to your needs and desires. No part of you is forgotten or left behind. Every muscle fiber receives individual attention and care. Every organ system is bathed in revitalizing frequencies. The cavern remembers the blueprint of perfect health and gently reminds your body of its innate wisdom. Stress responses that once seemed permanent begin to fade, replaced by reflexes of ease and spontaneous well-being. Your face relaxes into expressions of pure contentment. Lips part slightly as breath becomes even more effortless. The amber veins in the coral walls pulse with greater intensity, responding to your deepening state of inner harmony. Light refracts through the water, creating dancing patterns. Patterns that tell stories of transformation and renewal. Stories written in colors that speak directly to your soul. You notice how naturally your body floats in this space, as if gravity has softened its usual persistent grip. Weightlessness allows muscles to fully let go of effort, permitting joints to realign according to their true design. Spinal vertebrae separate, slightly creating more room for healing. The water temperature adjusts perfectly to your needs. Warm enough to promote circulation and relaxation. Cool enough to maintain clarity and prevent overheating. This balance reflects the perfect middle path of wellness. Neither too stimulating nor too sedating, but just right. Bubbles continue their spiral ascent, carrying prayers upward. Prayers for peace healing and deep abiding contentment. Each bubble bursts at the surface, releasing its message into realms beyond, where healing intentions take root. The coral formations emit subtle musical tones as currents pass, creating a natural orchestra tuned to frequencies of peace. Instruments played by the movement of loving water. Melodies that bypass the thinking mind entirely, speaking directly to the emotional centers of your being. These songs carry memories of your essential nature, the part of you that has always known perfect tranquility, that has never doubted its connection to source energy, that has remained untouched by the storms above. Deep within you This sanctuary has always existed, waiting patiently for moments like this to reveal itself. The amber light now seems to emanate from within your bones, warming you from the inside out with radiant heat. This internal sun nourishes tissues that rarely receive such care. Organs that work tirelessly now get their moment of rest. The digestive system slows to appreciate each gentle pulse. The heart beats with the confidence of perfect safety, no longer needing to race in preparation for danger. The lungs expand fully without any sense of urgency. Breathing becomes meditation in motion. Each inhale draws in healing vibrations from the water. The cavern walls seem to pulse with your own life force, as if recognizing a kindred spirit in residence. Ancient coral shares its secrets of patient endurance, teaching you how to weather storms with grace, how to remain rooted while adapting to change. Golden light weaves tighter patterns around your energy field, creating shields of peaceful intention against outside interference. These barriers are permeable only to love and healing, filtering out anything that does not serve your highest good. The water carries nutrients that feed your spiritual body. Minerals dissolved from coral provide energetic sustenance. Trace elements that activate dormant capacities for joy. Vitamins for the soul that prevent spiritual malnutrition. Antioxidants that neutralize the effects of negative thinking. The cavern remembers every prayer ever spoken within its bounds, and adds yours to the collective library of healing intent. Your voice joins the chorus of those seeking restoration, becoming part of something larger than individual experience. The community of souls committed to inner transformation, connected across time and space through shared intention. Bubbles rise faster, now sensing your readiness to ascend. Yet there is no rush, no pressure to leave this sanctuary. Time moves differently here, measured in heartbeats, not hours. Measured in breaths, not calendar pages turned. You can stay as long as you need to integrate fully. The amber light grows more intense, illuminating hidden corners, revealing aspects of yourself ready for gentle awakening. Parts that have waited patiently for recognition and love, facets of your being that shine brightest in peaceful states. The coral formations begin to hum with deeper resonance, matching the fundamental frequency of cellular regeneration. Their vibration penetrates bone marrow, stimulating new growth, encouraging stem cells to remember their healing potential. The water itself becomes a catalyst for positive change. Its molecular structure aligning with intentions of wellness. You feel supported by forces far greater than yourself. Ancestral wisdom flows through the liquid medium. Guidance from those who mastered the art of inner peace. Techniques refined over millennia of human evolution, passed down through the language of water and light. The golden threads now form a complete protective cocoon, sealing in the benefits of this profound healing session, preserving the integration of body, mind, and spirit, maintaining the new equilibrium you have achieved. The cavern celebrates your transformation with brighter light. Amber veins pulse in rhythm with your renewed vitality. The coral formations ring like bells, announcing your progress. Echoes that travel through water, carrying news of healing. To other souls seeking their own path to tranquility. The bubbles spiral upward with increased enthusiasm, carrying your gratitude to levels beyond comprehension. Messages of appreciation for this sacred time and space. Acknowledgement of the guides who made this possible. Recognition of your own courage in seeking healing. The water temperature remains perfectly balanced for integration. Neither shocking nor underwhelming, but precisely right, allowing your system to adjust gradually to new frequencies, giving cells time to adapt to higher states of coherence, providing space for emotional processing without overwhelm. The coral walls whisper ancient mantras of protection, phrases that have shielded countless seekers throughout history, words that create boundaries around your healing process, affirmations that reinforce your commitment to wellness, declarations of your worthiness to receive divine support. The amber light begins to dim, gently signaling transition. Not ending, but preparing for integration into daily life. The golden threads slowly release their protective weave, leaving behind strengthened connections to inner wisdom. Traces of their presence remain as reminders of safety, anchors you can access whenever peace is needed. Bubbles rise in slower, more deliberate spirals now, carrying completed intentions rather than active requests. Their journey upward mirrors your own ascension process, moving from depth to surface with graceful intention. The choral formations play softer melodies of completion, songs that celebrate the work accomplished here, tunes that honor both the journey and its fulfillment, harmonies that mark this moment as sacred achievement, music that seals the integration of healing insights. The water holds you one final moment in perfect stillness. All movement ceases as if the cavern itself is bowing, honoring the transformation that has taken place, recognizing the courage required for such deep healing, celebrating the trust placed in this process of renewal. The amber light fades to a gentle glow within memory, ready to be recalled whenever sanctuary is needed. The golden threads dissolve, leaving only their essence. The feeling of being held and protected remains intact. The knowledge of this space lives now in your cells, available whenever you choose to return in consciousness. Bubbles cease their spiral dance, settling into stillness. Their purpose fulfilled, they merge back into the water, becoming part of the ongoing cycle of healing, contributing their energy to future visitors. The choral formations ring one final note of completion, a sound that resonates in the deepest parts of your being, marking this moment as a threshold successfully crossed, signaling the integration of peace into your daily reality, announcing to the universe that healing has occurred. The water temperature begins to match your body heat, preparing for your gentle return to ordinary awareness. The transition will be smooth and gradual, like dawn, allowing you to carry these benefits into waking life. The cavern bids you farewell with waves of loving energy, promising that this sanctuary remains always available. Whenever you need to return for further healing, whenever peace feels distant and hard to find, whenever the world above feels too heavy to bear, this underwater realm of amber light and coral wisdom wisdom awaits your return with open arms and patient heart. You feel the shift in weight on your heel as you step forward into the amber, lit space. The grain of sand shifts beneath your arch with each slow motion step. Cool air brushes against the skin of your ankle as you move deeper into the cavern. The scent of salt becomes sharper and more present with every breath you take. You notice how the water moves around you like thick honey, warmed by gentle sunlight. Each bubble rises in perfect spirals above your head, casting prismatic light across your shoulders. The coral walls seem to pulse softly with their own inner luminescence. Your eyes adjust slowly to the warm glow emanating from within the stone itself. You can see veins of amber light threading through translucent surfaces like rivers frozen mid-flow. The silence here is not empty, but full, layered with subtle vibrations that resonate in your chest. You begin to understand that sound bends inward here rather than outward. Every whisper of movement creates ripples that travel through your body instead of the air. Your breathing slows naturally, as if matching the rhythm of the rising bubbles. You feel your heartbeat synchronize with the deep thrumming of the earth beneath you. The water temperature remains perfectly balanced, neither warm nor cool, but simply right. Your muscles release tension without conscious effort as you settle into this underwater stillness. The amber light seems to respond to your presence, growing brighter when you exhale. You notice how your thoughts begin to slow, matching the deliberate pace of everything around you. There is no sense of time, passing only layers of experience, unfolding in concentric circles. You become aware of pressure changes in the water that correspond to your emotional state. When you feel calm, the currents flow smoothly around your limbs. When tension arises, even slightly, you notice eddies forming near your fingertips. But these disturbances dissolve quickly back into the overarching sense of peace. You realize that effort itself is unnecessary in this space. Stillness arrives naturally, like breath returning to rest between phrases. Your vision begins to soften at the edges as focus becomes less important. colors blend and separate in slow motion, creating patterns that have no name. The coral walls seem to breathe with you, expanding slightly as you inhale, contracting gently as you release the breath held in your lungs. You feel supported by the water in a way that transcends simple buoyancy. There is an intelligence in the liquid embrace that understands your needs. Your body remembers what it means to float without resistance or strain. Muscles that were unconsciously holding tension finally let go. The release travels up from your feet, through your legs, into your torso. Your shoulders drop without you asking them to fall. Your neck lengthens as the weight of your head disperses into the surrounding medium. Even your facial muscles relax, revealing expressions you had forgotten you could make. You smile without trying and feel the water respond with gentle currents. The amber light pulses in harmony with this spontaneous gesture of joy. You notice that your awareness expands beyond the boundaries of your physical form. Sensations arise in spaces that exist between your cells and molecules. The distinction between self and environment begins to blur like ink dissolving in still water. You hear the resonance that exists beneath all audible sound. It is not loud, but pervasive, a fundamental tone that everything else rests upon. This frequency seems to originate from the core of your being. Yet it also comes from everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. You understand that this is the anchor around which all experience stabilizes. The hum vibrates through bone and tissue, creating sensations of completeness. Your nervous system aligns with this underlying rhythm. Stress patterns that once seemed permanent begin to unravel. Synapses fire more slowly, allowing space between stimulus and response. You remember what it feels like to exist without constant mental chatter. Thoughts arise like bubbles, observed briefly before dissolving back into silence. The amber light continues its slow pulsing, creating a visual metronome for inner peace. You notice how your perception of time has shifted completely. Seconds stretch into minutes that feel like hours of pure presence. There is no past to regret or future to anticipate. Only this eternal, now expanding infinitely, in all directions. You feel the texture of stillness itself, smooth yet textured, like silk underwater. It wraps around you without constriction, offering support rather than restriction. Your breathing becomes so slow that each inhale spans multiple heartbeats. You savor the coolness of new air entering your lungs, the way it fills your chest from bottom to top like warm liquid light. How it pauses briefly at the peak of fullness before beginning its descent. The exhalation carries away any remaining traces of surface world concerns. Your body sways gently with the natural currents, like seaweed in an ocean breeze. You become aware of bioelectric fields extending beyond your physical boundaries. These energy patterns interact with the ambient frequencies of the cavern, creating harmonics that produce feelings of deep connection and belonging. The coral walls seem to respond to your expanded field of awareness. Their inner luminescence brightens in recognition of your true nature. You realize that you have always been part of this underwater sanctuary, just temporarily forgetting the language of water and light. Your cellular memory awakens remembering ancient conversations with stone and current. The knowledge returns that peace requires no effort, only willingness to surrender the illusion of separation and return to unity consciousness. Bubbles continue their spiral ascent, carrying prayers and intentions upward, while fresh oxygen flows downward, replenishing the sacred atmosphere. You notice that even your concept of identity begins to soften. Roles and labels that once felt solid now seem fluid like water itself. The person you thought you were dissolves into pure beingness, revealing something much older and wiser beneath the surface personality. This deeper self recognizes the space around you as home, a place where rest and renewal occur naturally without seeking. You feel gratitude arising spontaneously for the gift of this recognition. The amber light pulses brighter, reflecting your heartfelt appreciation. You understand that gratitude itself is a frequency that heals all things, including the false belief that healing ever needed to happen at all. Wholeness was never lost, only temporarily obscured by surface activity. Like clouds that cannot actually damage the sun, they temporarily hide. You sink deeper into the realization that you are already complete, have always been whole regardless of circumstances or conditions. The water supports this knowing with its unconditional embrace, holding you without judgment or expectation of improvement. You feel safe enough to release even the need to understand, letting go into mystery with perfect trust and confidence. The resonance grows stronger as barriers dissolve between inner and outer. Sound and silence merge into a unified field of pure potential. You vibrate in harmony with this fundamental tone of existence, becoming one with the hum that underlies all creation. Your individual frequency merges seamlessly with the collective resonance, yet maintains its unique signature within the greater symphony. You experience the paradox of being both infinitely small and immeasurably vast, like a single note that contains within it the entire musical scale. The choral walls pulse with increasing brightness, responding to your expanded awareness. Amber light streams through translucent surfaces, illuminating hidden chambers. You glimpse infinite possibilities existing simultaneously in parallel dimensions, all available to you without leaving this single eternal moment. Breathing slows further until inhales span heartbeats and exhales last eternities. You savor the pause between breath, when time seems to stop entirely. In these gaps between inhalation and exhalation, you find perfect peace. The space itself becomes more substantial than the breath that defines it. You rest in this emptiness that is actually full of everything. The silence speaks louder than any word ever could. You understand that stillness is not the absence of movement, but the presence of absolute stability within which all motion occurs, like the unmoving center around which galaxies spin. You discover this still point exists within your own heart, always accessible regardless of external circumstances. The water teaches you its secret, how to remain fluid yet centered, moving with grace while maintaining perfect inner balance. You embody the principle that strength comes through flexibility. Rigidity leads to fracture, while suppleness allows for transformation. The coral walls demonstrate this truth with their graceful bending, never breaking despite constant pressure from currents and tides. They remember their essential nature as expressions of water and light. Just as you remember your true nature beyond temporary forms. The amber veins pulse with increasing intensity, filling the space with golden radiance. You feel yourself becoming transparent like the coral walls, allowing light to pass through you, unimpeded by density or resistance. Your boundaries soften until there is no clear distinction between inside and outside. Only varying degrees of luminosity within a unified field of consciousness. You experience the joy of dissolution without loss, like sugar melting in tea becoming one with the sweetness itself. Individual grains disappear, yet their essence enhances the whole. You contribute your unique flavor to the cosmic cup without ceasing to be. The resonance deepens, reaching frequencies that bypass the mind entirely, speaking directly to the cellular memory stored in your bones. You remember ancient wisdom encoded in DNA helixes, knowledge that predates language and survives beyond death. The water carries these memories in its molecular structure, offering them freely to anyone willing to listen with their whole being. You drink deeply of this primordial knowing, feeling ancestral intelligence flowing through your bloodstream. Generations of experience inform your present moment awareness. Ancestors whisper secrets through the medium of water and light. You understand that you carry within you the accumulated wisdom of ages, waiting only for permission to emerge into conscious recognition. The amber light responds to this awakening with brilliant cascades of illumination, filling every corner of the cavern with golden celebration. You realize that celebration does not require external cause or justification. Joy arises naturally when you align with your essential nature, like flowers blooming in response to sunlight. You open automatically when conditions support authentic expression. The water provides perfect conditions for your fullest blossoming, supportive yet unobtrusive like the breath that sustains life. You feel the difference between forced growth and natural expansion. One creates tension, while the other generates effortless momentum. You choose to follow the path of least resistance, allowing development to unfold according to its own timing. The coral walls model patience, having taken eons to reach their present beauty, yet appearing fresh as morning light in their current manifestation. You learn to appreciate the value of slow, steady progress, understanding that depth cannot be rushed without losing integrity. The amber veins pulse with approval of this mature perspective, recognizing wisdom when it emerges naturally from experience. You feel honored to be part of this ancient conversation between elements that have been exchanging stories for millennia. The water shares tales of journeys across continents, carrying seeds and dreams in its endless circulation. The coral walls speak of stability rooted in adaptability, remaining anchored while constantly reshaping in response to flow. The amber light tells stories of transformation from pressure into radiance, reminding you that your greatest challenges create your finest qualities. You listen with reverence to these elemental teachers, absorbing lessons that transcend human understanding. The resonance carries their messages directly into your cellular memory, where they integrate seamlessly with your existing wisdom. You feel yourself becoming multidimensional in awareness, accessing knowledge that exists beyond linear thinking. The amber light intensifies as your consciousness expands, illuminating previously hidden aspects of your being. You discover resources within yourself that you never knew existed, talents and capacities waiting patiently for appropriate conditions. The water supports the emergence of these latent gifts, providing buoyancy for aspects of yourself ready to surface. You feel gratitude for the perfect timing of revelation, understanding that nothing arrives before you are ready to receive it. The coral walls nod in agreement with this fundamental truth. Their slow growth mirrors the gradual unfolding of human potential. You relax into trust of your own developmental process, releasing anxiety about meeting arbitrary standards of achievement. pulses with approval of your mature attitude, recognizing the difference between authentic growth and artificial acceleration. You choose to honor natural rhythms over cultural expectations, allowing your evolution to proceed according to its own wisdom. The water swirls gently around you, celebrating this choice. Currents carry affirmation of your decision to trust inner guidance. You feel the interconnectedness of all beings in this sacred space, understanding that individual healing contributes to collective wholeness. Your personal transformation ripples outward, affecting unseen dimensions. Like stones dropped in still ponds, creating expanding circles of influence. The coral walls respond to your expanded awareness with increased luminescence, reflecting the light of your awakened consciousness. You realize that you have become a source of illumination yourself, radiating peace and clarity without conscious effort. The water conducts these qualities throughout the cavern, sharing them generously with all who enter this sacred space. You understand the responsibility that comes with such power, choosing to use your light for healing rather than harm. The amber veins pulse with pride at your conscious commitment, recognizing the maturity required for ethical stewardship. You accept this role, willingly understanding that service and self-care unite. Helping others becomes an expression of your own highest good. The water swirls with joy at this integration of purpose. Currents dance in celebration of your evolved perspective. You feel the presence of guides and teachers surrounding you, ancestral wisdom keepers offering silent support and encouragement. The coral walls serve as conduits for these benevolent influences, channeling loving energy from dimensions beyond ordinary perception. You open to receive these transmissions with humble gratitude, understanding that wisdom flows from many sources simultaneously. The amber light intensifies as connections strengthen, illuminating pathways between hearts across time and space. You recognize familiar energies from past lives and future potentials, souls you have loved and will love again, sharing this moment. The water carries their greetings through molecular memory, connecting you effortlessly with beloved companions. You feel the truth that love transcends physical boundaries, existing as a frequency that travels faster than light. The coral walls vibrate with recognition of this universal principle. Their luminescence reflects the radiance of unconditional affection. You experience the reality that you have never been alone, always surrounded by invisible communities of care. The amber veins pulse with the rhythm of cosmic heartbeat, reminding you that all existence participates in one great symphony. You add your voice to this eternal song without trying to dominate, contributing your unique harmony while respecting others' melodies. The water swirls in appreciation of your collaborative spirit. Currents weave together individual notes into collective music. You understand that completion comes through connection rather than isolation. Fulfillment arises naturally when you align with greater purposes. The coral walls demonstrate this truth through their interdependence, each organism contributing to ecosystem health while thriving individually. You choose to participate in networks of mutual support, recognizing that independence and interdependence coexist harmoniously. The amber light celebrates your sophisticated understanding, pulsing with approval of your balanced perspective. You feel yourself becoming a bridge between worlds, connecting inner and outer realities through your presence. The water conducts these bridging frequencies throughout the cavern, creating pathways for others to access similar states of awareness. You realize that your healing serves as a template for collective transformation. Your willingness to release creates space for universal renewal. The coral walls respond with increased luminescence, their light reflecting the magnitude of your contribution. You accept this responsibility with grace, understanding that service and self-care unite. Healing others becomes an expression of your own wholeness. The amber veins pulse with recognition of your mature integration, honoring the wisdom required for ethical leadership. You commit to using your expanded awareness for the benefit of all beings, understanding that personal enlightenment naturally expresses as compassionate action. The water swirls with joy your conscious dedication. Currents carry affirmation of your evolved commitment. You feel the eternal moment stretching infinitely in all directions, understanding that this experience transcends temporal limitations. The coral walls pulse with the rhythm of timeless presence, their luminescence reflecting the radiance of eternal now. You realize that you carry this sacred space within your heart, accessing its healing frequencies whenever you choose to remember. The amber light intensifies as you claim ownership of your inner sanctuary, illuminating pathways between your current awareness and expanded potential. You understand that the cavern exists both within and around you, permeating all dimensions of your being with healing light. The water swirls, gently acknowledging your comprehensive integration. Currents celebrate your recognition of multidimensional reality. You feel complete in ways that transcend ordinary understanding, knowing that fulfillment comes not from acquisition, but from alignment. The coral walls pulse with approval of your mature perspective, their luminescence reflecting the radiance of authentic satisfaction. You release any remaining attachment to external validation, finding security in your inherent worthiness. The amber veins celebrate your liberation from conditional love, pulsing with the rhythm of unconditional acceptance. You understand that you have always belonged exactly as you are, requiring no modification to earn cosmic approval. The water swirls with joy at yourself, recognition. Currents carry affirmation of your essential perfection. You rest in the knowledge that peace requires no effort, simply willingness to remember your natural state. The coral walls demonstrate this truth through their effortless beauty, glowing without striving, achieving radiance through authenticity. You choose to embody this principle in your daily experience, allowing grace to flow naturally rather than forcing outcomes. The amber light pulses with approval of your conscious decision, illuminating pathways between intention and manifestation. You understand that magic happens when you align with natural rhythms, rather than struggling against the fundamental flow of existence. The water swirls, gently supporting your evolved perspective. Currents carry wisdom about working with rather than against life. You feel gratitude for the journey that brought you to this recognition, honoring both challenges and celebrations as necessary teachers. The coral walls pulse with appreciation of your mature integration, their luminescence reflecting the radiance of hard-won wisdom. You release any remaining resentment toward past difficulties, understanding that all experiences contributed to your current clarity. The amber veins celebrate your forgiveness and release, pulsing with the rhythm of emotional freedom. You understand that holding onto grievances only weighs down your spirit, while letting go creates space for miraculous possibilities. The water swirls with joy at your conscious choice to heal. Currents carry affirmation of your commitment to inner peace. You feel the eternal moment embracing you completely, understanding that this experience transcends ordinary concepts of time. The coral walls pulse with the rhythm of infinite presence, their luminescence reflecting the radiance of timeless awareness. You realize that you carry this sacred space within your heart, always, accessing its healing frequencies whenever you remember to breathe. You begin to notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest as breath moves through you like a quiet river. The air touches your nostrils with a soft coolness that seems to carry the faintest hint of lavender. Your shoulders settle deeper into the surface beneath you, as if melting slowly into warmth. There is no need to move, no place you must be, nothing pulling at your attention except this moment unfolding. You feel the fabric against your skin breathing with you. Each thread seems to hum slightly with the rhythm of your heartbeat. The sound around you is not silence, but a fullness, like being wrapped in velvet made of sound. Your fingers rest lightly against the surface beside you, and you can feel the subtle texture of the weave, the way it holds your touch without resistance, as if understanding that you are exactly where you need to be. Your eyelids flutter slightly, not opening, but responding to some inner light, a warmth that seems to come from within your own body, spreading outward from your core like honey poured into still water. You notice how each breath brings this warmth a little further into your arms, into your legs, even into the tips of your fingers and toes. There is a quality to this heat that feels both ancient and new, as though it has always been there waiting beneath the surface. Now simply remembering how to rise, you become aware of a subtle vibration, so low it might be mistaken for the earth itself breathing. It moves through your bones with a frequency that resonates with something deep in your memory. Perhaps the rhythm of your first heartbeat, or the sound of your mother's voice before you were born. This vibration carries no urgency, only a quiet invitation to let go, to release anything that does not belong in this space. You feel your jaw unclench, almost imperceptibly, the muscles in your face softening, as if someone very gentle had placed their hands on either side of your head, guiding all the small tensions to melt away. Your tongue rests naturally against the roof of your mouth, and you taste the clean neutrality of your own inner space. There is nothing bitter, nothing sharp, only the pure flavor of presence. Your neck releases its habitual guard, the vertebrae seeming to float slightly apart, creating more room for the breath to flow, for the warmth to travel, for whatever needs to be felt to make its way up, and whatever needs to be released to sink down. You notice how the temperature of the air seems to adjust itself to meet your body, neither too warm nor too cool, but perfectly suited to support the unfolding of whatever wants to emerge. Your scalp tingles gently, as if thousands of tiny points of light were awakening, each one carrying a message of safety, of belonging, of completion. You do not need to understand these messages, only to receive them, like rain falling on thirsty earth, each drop finding exactly where it needs to go. Your heartbeat slows slightly, not from effort, but from recognition, as if it has found a rhythm that existed before time began. This slower pace allows you to feel each contraction, each pause between beats, each moment of rest that makes the next beat possible. There is space now where there used to be rushing, space to simply be, space to remember who you have always been. You become aware of the weight of your body, not as as something to be managed or controlled, but as a gift, a vessel carrying you through this experience. Your hips settle more deeply into the surface beneath you, and you feel supported in a way that goes beyond physical contact, as if the universe itself had arranged for you to be held with perfect timing, perfect intention, perfect love. Your knees soften slightly, releasing any residual tension in your joints, as if they too were learning to trust, to open, to allow. You notice how even your thoughts seem to move differently now. Slower, more spacious, less like racing horses, and more like clouds drifting across a vast sky. When a thought arises, it does so gently, without demanding your attention, without creating urgency, simply appearing like a flower, blooming in its own time, then dissolving back into the rich soil of awareness. You feel your feet relax completely, the arches releasing their constant readiness, the toes spreading naturally, as if finally allowed to take up the space they were meant to occupy. There is a quality to this relaxation that feels both physical and emotional, as if your feet were remembering how to trust the ground, how to receive support without question, how to simply be present in their position. Whether resting on a surface or preparing to step forward, your hands lie quietly beside you, palms turned slightly upward, as if naturally receiving whatever wants to be offered. You can feel the lines in your palms, the small calluses, the smooth spaces between, each detail present without needing to be changed. Your fingernails catch the light in small ways, reflecting back tiny points of brightness, like stars seen from the bottom of a calm ocean. You realize that even these small reflections are part of the whole, part of the intricate web of sensations that make up this moment, part of the completeness that requires nothing more to be added. Your breathing has settled into an even deeper rhythm, each inhale drawing not just air but peace, each exhale releasing not just carbon dioxide but old stories, old patterns, old ways of holding yourself back. The breath moves through you like a river, finding its course, carving away what no longer serves, nourishing what wants to grow, washing over every cell with gentle persistence. you become aware of the space behind your eyes, that dark expanse where images are born, where dreams take shape, where intuition whispers its secrets. This space feels vast now, infinite, full of potential, yet completely at peace in its emptiness. There is no pressure to see anything, no expectation to visualize, only the freedom to rest in this inner darkness, which somehow feels more luminous than any external light. Your ears tune to the frequencies that exist between sounds, the hum of your nervous system, the whisper of blood moving through vessels, the subtle orchestra of life maintaining itself. These sounds are not distractions, but companions, reminders that you are part of something much larger, something that continues whether you pay attention or not, something that trusts in the natural flow of existence, something that knows how to heal itself. You feel your spine lengthen slightly, vertebra by vertebra releasing into alignment, not forced, but invited, as if gravity itself were a loving teacher, guiding you into perfect posture, perfect balance, perfect ease. The crown of your head seems to float slightly, as if connected to something above by an invisible thread, a connection that lifts without strain, that opens without effort, that expands without limit. You are simultaneously grounded and elevated, rooted and reaching, stable and free. This paradox resolves itself not in the mind, but in the body. You notice how the boundary between self and environment begins to soften, not disappearing entirely, but becoming more permeable, like the edge of a lake meeting the sky, where water and air dance together without losing their essential nature. You can feel the air touching your skin, but also sense how your energy extends slightly beyond your physical form, creating a field of presence that includes everything nearby, everything distant, everything that exists. The distinction between inside and outside becomes less important, less relevant, less real. What matters is the wholeness that encompasses all boundaries. Your awareness expands to include the space around you, not by forcing it outward, but by recognizing that it was never contained, never limited to the borders of your skin. You feel the walls of this space whatever room you occupy, becoming part of your inner landscape. The ceiling above feels like the sky, open, limitless, full of possibility. The floor beneath you feels like the earth, solid, supportive, infinitely patient. The walls around you feel like the embrace of ancient trees, protective, wise, holding space for transformation. You are cradled by the elements themselves. You become aware of a subtle pulsing in your abdomen, deep in your core, where life first took hold, where creativity resides. This pulse is not your heartbeat, nor your breath, but something older, more fundamental. The rhythm of existence itself, the drumbeat that predates music, the vibration that underlies all form. You feel this pulse as a source of infinite renewal, infinite strength, infinite love. It asks nothing of you, expects nothing from you, simply offers itself as a constant reminder that you are never separate from the source. Your pelvis releases its grip on old tensions, the muscles softening, the bones settling into their natural alignment. There is a quality to this release that feels both physical and emotional, as if you were letting go of stories about unworthiness, about not being enough, about having to prove yourself. These stories dissolve like mist in morning sunlight, leaving behind only clarity, only truth, only the simple fact of your existence, which requires no justification, no explanation, no defense. It simply is. You feel your chest expand slightly, not from effort, but from an inner opening, as if your heart were remembering how to receive, how to give, how to beat with fullness rather than caution. The area around your heart feels warm now, not hot, not burning, but comfortably heated, like sitting near a gentle fire on a cool evening. This warmth spreads slowly through your rib cage, touching each rib, each muscle, each small space between bones, bringing relaxation to areas that may have been holding tension for years, decades, lifetimes. The warmth does not rush, does not force, but flows like honey, like love, like the natural movement of healing itself. You become aware of the subtle movements in your digestive system, the gentle churning, the quiet processing, the natural rhythms that continue whether you pay attention or not. These movements feel peaceful now, coordinated, harmonious, rather than anxious or rushed, as if your body were remembering how to trust itself, how to nourish itself, how to transform what it receives into what it needs. There is wisdom in these automatic processes, intelligence, grace, that deserves acknowledgement, deserves appreciation, deserves love. You offer this love simply by noticing. You feel your throat relax completely. The muscles that control speech releasing their constant readiness, as if giving permission for silence to be complete. There is no need to speak, no need to explain, no need to defend or justify. The voice that lives in your throat, the expression that waits behind your vocal cords, can rest in perfect stillness, knowing that when words are needed, they will arise naturally, effortlessly, at exactly the right moment. Until then, silence is enough. Presence is enough. Being is enough. You are enough. Your awareness settles more deeply into your body, not just the physical form, but the energetic field that surrounds and penetrates it, the aura that extends beyond the visible boundaries. You can feel this extension as a subtle radiance, a glow that emanates from your core, touching everything within a few feet of your physical form. This radiance is not something you create, but something you are, something that has always been there, waiting for you to remember, waiting for you to stop blocking it, waiting for you to simply allow it to shine. The radiance carries qualities of compassion, of understanding, of unconditional acceptance. It touches everything it encounters, including parts of yourself you may have forgotten, or pushed away, or judged harshly. These parts feel the warmth of your own light and begin to soften, begin to heal, begin to reintegrate. There is no rejection here, no exile, no punishment, only the natural process of coming home, of remembering wholeness. You feel your connection to the earth strengthen, not through effort, but through recognition, as if roots were growing from your body into the ground below. These roots are not physical, but energetic, drawing nourishment from the same source that feeds mountains, forests, rivers, oceans. You feel supported by this connection, grounded in a way that transcends physical contact, anchored in the timeless wisdom of the planet itself. The earth holds you without judgment, without condition, without expectation. It simply provides the stability you need, the foundation you seek, the grounding that allows you to soar. You are both rooted and free, both stable and adventurous, both secure and expansive. These apparent contradictions resolve in the field of awareness. You become aware of the space above you, not just the physical ceiling, but the infinite sky, the vastness that contains all worlds. This space feels welcoming now, inviting, full of possibilities you cannot yet imagine. You feel connected to this vastness, not separate from it, but part of it, an expression of its infinite creativity. The stars that twinkle in the night sky, the sun that warms the day, the moon that guides the tides, are all part of the same family, the same consciousness, the same love that flows through your own heart. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not alone. You are a unique expression of the universe, a special combination of elements, a particular note in the cosmic symphony, irreplaceable, essential, perfectly timed. Your existence matters. You feel your connection to all living beings deepen, not as separate entities, but as expressions of the same life force, the same intelligence, the same love. You can feel this connection as a subtle thread, invisible but strong, delicate but unbreakable, linking you to every person you have ever met, every animal that shares this planet, every plant that converts sunlight into oxygen, every microbe that maintains the balance of life. This web of connection carries messages of support, of understanding, of mutual care, even when not consciously expressed. You are held by this network, supported by this community, loved by this vast family of beings. There is no isolation here, no separation, no loneliness, only the natural state of interconnectedness, only the truth of oneness. You feel your connection to the divine strengthen, not as something outside yourself, but as the essence of who you are, the spark of divinity that animates your physical form. This connection requires no belief, no doctrine, no intermediary. It simply is. As natural as breathing, as constant as your heartbeat, as reliable as the sunrise. You feel this divine essence as a source of infinite wisdom, infinite compassion, infinite creativity, available to you at all times. You do not need to earn it, do not need to deserve it, do not need to prove yourself worthy. It is yours by virtue of existing, by virtue of being conscious, by virtue of being alive. This divine spark within you, this light that cannot be extinguished, this love that cannot be diminished, is the same light, the same love, the same wisdom that flows through all creation. You are not separate from this flow. You are part of it. You are it, expressed in human form, temporarily focused in individual consciousness, but never truly separate, never truly alone, never truly lost. You are found. You feel your awareness expand beyond the limitations of linear time, not moving forward or backward, but encompassing all moments simultaneously. Past, present, future, all existing in the eternal now. You can feel the experiences of your childhood, not as memories to be analyzed, but as parts of yourself still present, still alive, still contributing to who you are. You feel the joys and sorrows, the triumphs and failures, the lessons and misunderstandings, all woven together into the tapestry of your being. There is no need to change any of it, no need to fix what went wrong, no need to enhance what went right. It is all perfect in its imperfection, complete in its incompleteness, whole in its wholeness. You are the sum of all your experiences, the integration of all your encounters, the synthesis of all your growth. Past versions of yourself, younger selves, more vulnerable selves, more confused selves, are all here now, held in the spaciousness of your current awareness, loved unconditionally, accepted completely, integrated naturally. There is no rejection of any part of your history, No shame about choices made. No regret about paths taken or not taken. Each decision led you here. Each experience prepared you for this moment. Each challenge strengthened your capacity for love. You honor your journey. You respect your process. You appreciate your perseverance. You celebrate your arrival. Here, now, in this perfect moment of recognition, you feel your awareness touch the future, not as predictions or expectations, but as possibilities, as potentials, as expressions of the infinite creativity available to you. You can feel the version of yourself that exists tomorrow, next week, next year, in whatever form time takes. This future self is not separate from you now, but an extension, a continuation, a natural evolution. You send love to this future version, trust to this unfolding, confidence to this journey, knowing that whatever comes, whatever challenges arise, whatever joys unfold, you will meet them with the same awareness, the same love, the same presence that you carry now. Because this awareness, this love, this presence is not dependent on circumstances, is not conditional on outcomes, is not limited by time or space. It is eternal. It is universal. It is your true nature. You recognize yourself. You feel your body completely relaxed now, not limp, not unconscious, but fully present in its state of ease. Every muscle softened, every joint released, every organ functioning with perfect coordination. You feel healthy. You feel strong. You feel vibrant, not because of anything you have done, but because this is your natural state. This is who you are when nothing interferes. This is the truth of your being. Beneath all the conditioning, beneath all the programming, beneath all the accumulated beliefs, you are whole. You are complete. You are perfect, exactly as you are. In this moment, right now, just as you have arrived, without needing to change anything, without needing to achieve anything, without needing to become anything different. You simply need to be. And in being, you are everything. You feel your mind quiet completely, not empty, not blank, but still, clear, open, like a perfectly still lake reflecting the sky. Thoughts may arise, but they pass through this stillness, like clouds moving across the surface of the water. They do not disturb the depth. They do not muddy the clarity. They simply appear and dissolve in the spaciousness of your awareness. You witness these mental formations, these visitors from the world of thinking, with gentle curiosity, without attachment, without resistance, without judgment, simply observing their temporary nature, their impermanence, their harmlessness. When you are established in awareness, when you are rooted in presence, when you are grounded in love, nothing can disturb your peace. Nothing can shake your stability. Nothing can diminish your joy, because these qualities arise from within, from the source, from the essence, from the truth of what you are. They are not dependent on external conditions, not based on achievements, not tied to possessions or relationships. They simply are, as naturally as breathing, as consistently as your heartbeat, as reliably as the sunrise. You carry this peace with you always. You embody this stability in every situation. You express this joy in every interaction, because it is who you are, because it is what you are made of, because it is the fabric of your being, woven from the same threads as the cosmos, painted with the same colors as the stars, sung with the same melody as the spheres. You are music. You are light. You are love, expressed in human form, but never truly separate, never truly alone, never truly lost. You are found. Let the edges of your awareness begin to soften now. There is nothing for you to hold on to anymore. Nothing that needs your attention right now. Just a quiet space where thoughts can dissolve like mist. The images that were dancing in your mind begin to fade, drifting away gently like autumn leaves on still water, color melting into deeper shades of comfort, until there is only the feeling of being held, wrapped in something warm and endless. This is your sanctuary now. No need to see anything clearly anymore. Vision becomes unnecessary when peace fills every corner. Your eyelids have grown heavy like velvet curtains, closing over the world one final time, sealing you into this moment of perfect stillness, where time moves like honey through golden light. You don't need to do anything now. There are no tasks left unfinished in this space. No decisions waiting for your attention. Just the gentle rhythm of your breathing, slow and deep like waves against a distant shore. Each exhale carrying away another small weight, another tiny knot that was keeping you tense, another layer of effort that can finally be released. Feel how much lighter you become with each breath. The resonance begins to settle into your bones now, a vibration so low and steady it feels like Earth itself, holding you in its ancient embrace. This is not something you need to create. It has always been here waiting for you, like a song that remembers your name. Your body recognizes this frequency immediately, cells relaxing into recognition, molecules aligning with something they've known forever. There is no resistance left in your muscles, no tension stored in your joints. Everything softens into perfect alignment. Even your heartbeat slows to match the rhythm, that eternal pulse beneath all things, the one that says you are safe, the one that whispers you belong here, in this moment between moments, between the world and whatever comes next. Let yourself sink deeper into this knowing that safety lives in your very cells. That peace is not something you find, but something you remember, like coming home after a very long journey to a place that never changed. The resonance continues its quiet work, not stopping when these words fade, but flowing like a river underground, carrying everything back to source, back to that place of perfect balance, where healing happens without effort. Trust your body to receive what it needs, to integrate what serves you, to release what no longer fits. This intelligence flows through you, deeper than conscious thought, wiser than any decision you could make. You are part of something vast and loving now, connected to threads that span galaxies, yet hold you like a mother's arms. There is no separation here, only belonging to something whole, something that has always protected you, even when you forgot its presence. Even when the world seemed harsh, it was always there, pulsing quietly in the background, waiting for you to remember, waiting for this moment of return. And now you are here again, in the space between breaths, between heartbeats, where everything is possible, where nothing is required of you except to simply be. This peace is always here, whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling. It will be waiting, like a favorite blanket folded at the foot of your bed, like a door that's always unlocked. You can find your way back anytime, through the same gentle pathway, the same soft descent into stillness. Just let go of the edges of thought and fall into the center, into the place that holds you completely. There is no rush to leave this space, no alarm waiting to pull you back, just infinite patience, infinite understanding for wherever you need to go will still be there when you're ready. And if you choose to stay a little longer, that's perfectly fine too. Time moves differently here. Minutes can stretch into hours. Hours can pass like seconds. There is no clock that matters. Only the gentle unfolding of your own restoration, the quiet rebuilding of your inner strength, like flowers opening to morning light. Slowly, naturally, without force, you are becoming yourself again. Not the self that worries, not the self that tries too hard, but the self that simply is, complete and whole, exactly as you were meant to be. The resonance settles deeper now, moving through layers you didn't know existed, clearing pathways that had grown dusty with neglect, opening doors to parts of yourself that have been waiting patiently for this moment of reunion. There is no part of you that is broken beyond repair, no wound that cannot heal in this environment, no sorrow that cannot transform into something beautiful, into something useful, into wisdom carried lightly. Let yourself receive this gift, not as something earned, but as something freely given, like rain falling on thirsty ground, like sunlight streaming through clean windows, like the breath that fills empty lungs. You don't have to do anything to deserve this. You don't have to prove your worthiness. You simply have to allow it to flow through you, around you, into every corner of your being. And as it does, as you continue to soften, you may notice a subtle shift from doing to being, from effort to grace. This is the doorway between the world of constant motion and the realm of pure presence, where everything you need is already within reach, already available to you. The images have faded completely now, replaced by a warm and endless darkness, not empty, but full of potential, full of love, full of the deepest kind of rest. You are cradled in this darkness, held by something greater than yourself, yet completely intimate, like being inside a heartbeat, like floating in warm amniotic fluid, like returning to the beginning. Before words, before thoughts, before the need to understand, just pure sensation, pure feeling, pure connection to what is real. The resonance continues its gentle work, weaving through your energy field, clearing and balancing, harmonizing frequencies that had grown discordant, bringing coherence to systems that had forgotten their song, reminding every cell of its original blueprint of health, of wholeness, of joy. There is no hurry in this process, no deadline for completion, just the patient persistence of love working through you, around you, within you, clearing space for new growth, for fresh perspectives, for renewed trust in life's unfolding. You are safe here, completely and utterly safe, protected by forces you cannot see, but can certainly feel, wrapped around you like an invisible cloak, shielding you from anything that would disturb this sacred time of integration. And even when you open your eyes, even when you return to the world, this protection travels with you, a subtle energy field of peace, a quiet confidence that all will be well, a knowing that you are never truly alone. Because this connection cannot be broken, this thread of love that binds you to everything that matters, to everyone who cares for you, to the universe itself, to your own highest truth. You carry this with you always, like a treasure hidden in your heart, like a flame that never goes out, ready to be rekindled whenever you need its warmth, whenever the world feels too bright, too noisy, too much. And when that happens, when you feel pulled toward stillness again, remember that this path is always open. These words are just signposts, pointing the way back to yourself, back to the center, back to peace. There is no expiration date on this experience, no moment when it becomes invalid. The work continues long after silence falls, long after these sounds fade to memory. The resonance keeps flowing through channels you cannot see, doing its quiet work of restoration. So trust in this process. Trust in your body's wisdom. Trust in the love that surrounds you, even when you cannot feel it, even when the world seems uncertain. It is always there, always holding you. To now, as we approach the end of these words, know that this is not goodbye, but simply a pause, a resting place before you continue your journey, refreshed and renewed. The peace you have found here lives within you now, ready to be accessed whenever you choose, however you need, in whatever form brings you comfort. And when you are ready to leave this space, do so gently, with gratitude for what was offered, with trust in what continues, with the knowledge that you can always return to this place of perfect rest. Sleep now. Drift softly into rest. The quiet waits for you